Now we're back on this awful Wayne Couzens character, the murderer. I'm conscious, actually, just showing that Sarah Everard's family said if we just want to do one thing for us, it's just don't ever put our daughter's picture alongside his. So let's just leave that down there. We're now learning about the stuff that he had done before he became a police officer. It's just incredible. There's been a report. They repeatedly failed to spot warning signs about his unsuitability to be an officer. 3 separate forces could have stopped him. This is a report by a woman called Lady Ellish, who says that he was reported to police 8 times for indecent exposure before Sarah's murder. The inquiry that she did found evidence he had a long-term predilection for violent and extreme pornography. He played graphic videos to his friends and colleagues. He possessed indecent images of children. He committed a very serious sexual assault against a child, so someone pre-teenage. And then he tried to join Kent Police, and Kent Police did a good thing, which is to say, you're a wrong 'un. But then they allowed him to volunteer as a special constable. And then off the back of that, he gets to the British Nuclear Inspectorate. And then off the back of that, into the Met. And then they give him a gun. And then it ends in murder. Of course, it doesn't end in murder. It starts with all that stuff, doesn't it? What went wrong here?
I mean, it's just horrific, this story, and it's. Some people are saying, well, look, this is a moment, it's a watershed moment for the Met and the police to look at itself. We've been here so many times before on other issues, issues around, the way that we didn't pick up things like homophobia or racism, and here this is deep-rooted misogyny and violence, and we can't even start to imagine what Sarah's parents are feeling right now.
The idea that
it was
such bad luck that he was in that car on that night. But the bit that wasn't bad luck is that he had a police warrant card.
Yeah, I mean, they were already living in purgatory. They've lost a child, the worst thing that can happen to anybody. But, think how we feel reading this. How do they feel? It's unimaginable. And it really irritates me when they use the word blunders. I don't feel like that's an appropriately strong enough word to describe the failings that have happened, that have occurred, to let a sex offender be a police officer. And as you say, what has happened since? Because this was 3 years ago now, and where is the evidence that really, really proactive action has been taken? It's almost like you need a sort of special unit, and every single officer, no matter how long that takes, has to go through a process, check, make sure, weed anybody out.
It's not difficult. This guy was showing people violent pornography on his phone at work, and the people he was showing were police officers.
Yeah.
And he's nicknamed the rapist.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
I know, and oh my goodness, where do we start? Anyway, it's a good report. They've gone into everything. They found out stuff we didn't know, but it's so concerning. In the Mail.